Welcome back everybody to a new tutorial. This is going to be a extremely beginner tutorial because it's been much requested, but I'm going to be talking about literally just dribbling and how to dribble for anyone who doesn't know how to get the ball on top of their car. And how to like make some cuts and keep the ball on top of your car, because I have quite a few people who still struggle with this, and I figured I might as well make a video trying to explain further. I always tell people you need to take this into training. This is a mechanic that's going to be hard at first for new players. It's not an easy game to pick up and you really have to just practice, but I will try and talk through and make it as simple as possible to understand how you start a dribble and how you get the ball on top of your car. So first things first, if you're not able to get the ball on top of your car, try this. You hit the ball slowly towards one side of the field. You get behind the ball like this and you pop it and boost underneath it. And I recommend you turn ball cam off. So I'll drop it, I'll roll it down, and then I'll get behind the ball so it's coming towards me. I'll pop it up like that by driving into it and turn off ball cam. So we're doing two things here. We're popping the ball up, we're boosting to get underneath, and a big thing people don't know in this game when you're getting used to it is watch on the ground. Do you see that circle on the ground, the white circle? This helps you stay centered with the ball. So when I'm dribbling, a lot of the times I'm not looking at the ball, I'm looking at this white circle on the ground. So ignore the ball for a second and look strictly at the white circle and how I'm placing myself under the ball. I'm staying within this white circle. I'm staying mostly centered, maybe to the sides. If I'm making a cut, I'll stay to the right or the left side. So making a cut to the right, stay on the left side. There, I was about to drop the ball because I was outside the circle. So this circle really helps you if you're learning how to dribble, because if you pay attention to it, it really can help you maintain your dribble and keep the ball on top of your car. So we have this where the ball is rolling towards us. We pop it up, turn off ball cam, and drive underneath it. I'll slow it down. So the ball, you kind of want it at a decent speed. So this is going to be a tougher one. We'll have to drive a little faster. We're going to pop it up and boost and try and get underneath it. And then we're going to watch that circle on the ground. Stay beneath that circle or stay within the circle. And you're going to be able to keep the ball on top of your car. So practice doing this. So drop the ball off. Try and get to the other side of it. Give it a little pop and then drive underneath, turn off ball cam, and then stay inside this white circle on the ground. And do this in training and try and see how long you can keep the ball in the air. Just drive around in circles. If you want to test yourself out, if you're more advanced of a player watching this tutorial, do something like this. Make a flick. Oh, I've screwed up that flick. So get the ball on your car, do some maybe jumps or do some flicks, and then try and get back underneath and keep the ball up. Simple things like that are going to help you learn how to dribble as well. Sorry, I was coughing. It can help with your flicks and learning flicks. And also this teaches you how and when you should and should not use ball cam. So I recommend if you're dribbling, just simple like this. Once you flick, turn off ball cam or turn ball cam on. When you're about to get the ball to land on you, turn it back off. Go for a flick, ball cam off, ball cam back on when we're going for a dribble. We do this because we want to see the ball in the air. If we flick, I have no idea where the ball is. Only thing I know is the white circle on the ground. And because of that white circle, I was able to catch that. But if we do it again with ball cam on, I'm able to drive underneath the ball, turn ball cam back off, work on some flicks. So if you're still struggling, I said this in the last video, but I was going to start doing this where I go into a private match. So let's set up a private match, create private match, 1v1 mutator settings, and then we're gonna do game speed slow-mo. So let's create this match and let's get into it. All right, so now that we're in a slow-mo game, I'm running on an EU server, great. But this gives us more time to practice our mechanics. I forgot to turn on unlimited boost as well, but whatever. So let's do what we were just doing before. So let's hit the ball towards one side. Let's flip to get around it and then get on this side. So now we're on the opposite side of the ball. Ball's coming at us. We're gonna pop it up, turn ball cam off, get underneath this circle. And we're gonna stay underneath this circle. If we wanna go for a flick, we can go for a flick. We do that flick by getting further back. If you watch the circle, I got a little further back within the circle, let the ball get forward, and then I went for that flick. So another way to get the ball on your car easily is from like kind of a side dribble. So let me get this boost. So this is something I commonly do, but if you have the ball going to the right side, you don't necessarily need to be directly on with the ball. Spot on. You can just pop it up from any direction. So there I popped it up from the side. Let's see if I can set up another situation. So the ball's kind of at the side of me right now, but I'm gonna hit it to the side and pop it up and just get underneath the ball. Just that pop high enough to get the ball to a point where you can drive underneath it is all you need. And then like I said, we can go for our flicks here. We can practice turning on and off ball cam and staying underneath that white circle on the ground, and do this in slow-mo, and this will definitely help you get ready for some ranked matches and dribbling. So I'm gonna leave this, and then lastly, for our more advanced mechanic or advanced players, advanced mechanic players, if you are on Steam, even if you're on Epic, you are able to download these maps. I'm gonna try and find a tutorial and see if I can link it in the description below. But if you can, I highly recommend you try these dribble maps. So these are a lot tougher, but they're really going to test if you can dribble or not. So you're going to pop the ball up and get under it and then stay underneath this white circle. And these require you to manage your speed, meaning you need to be either further forward in the circle, further back in the circle. This one, we're going to have to be left side of the circle. That way we're getting the ball to the left. This one, we're going to have to start being on the right side of the circle. That's going to drive the ball to the left. This one's a full like U-turn with the ball. So we're gonna slow down by getting the ball to the back side of our circle, and then we're just gonna keep it to the back right kind of to get it to the right side. Or we were gonna be on the back left side, my bad. So this one we have to slow down, wait for this wall, and then we can drive through. This one we cut around this wall quickly. Then we gotta slow down, wait for this wall. So you get the point. This can be a really helpful utility in learning dribbles, and I definitely recommend everyone who's starting to dribble work on some of these maps. These will definitely help you in your training, and like I said, the big thing is look at the circle on the ground. The circle on the ground is a lot more important sometimes than looking at the ball itself. So there I kind of was looking at the ball because I saw where it was heading, but you got to focus on the circle on the ground. So these are tougher, but you want to stay on the right side here because the ball kind of is falling or going up to the side. And so here I'm just staying centered with the ball. And so this is probably the last thing I'm going to do is show, but you want to be really centered with the ball on this, and then you go for your jump. I screwed that one up, but you want to be really centered with your ball, and then double jump. I did not have enough speed going into it, so let's try it one more time. So we got to go more speed and stay centered with the ball. So more speed, stay centered, jump, We kind of got it, but bad landing. So faster or centered. We did a double jump that time and we couldn't recover. See, even I can struggle with these maps. This one should be good. Yeah, there we go. All right. So try these maps out. I definitely recommend it. This flick is really hard for people who are new, so don't worry if you can't do this flick. Even pros struggle. I'm gonna see if I can try and do this. No. That's kind of the flick you want to go for, is that backwards flick. Alright, I finally got to the next level. So, I don't know, this is just, I don't want to, oh, I didn't know that this was a gap like that. You can practice your dribbles, obviously. It's going to be more advanced doing this. But I definitely do recommend these workshop maps because these will help a ton. And with that said, I hope I was able to help at least one or two people, a couple people maybe. If you like the video, feel free to leave it a like. If you like my content, feel free to subscribe. As always, I will catch you guys in the next one.